Monday, Memorial Day, May 31st, 2021. Today on the Daily Review, we discuss Sofia Coppola's misunderstood, misjudged, much maligned Marie Antoinette, starring Kirsten Dunst. With your host, me, Joe LaRocca. Yeah, I know I should be doing Mayor of Easttown, but I didn't watch the finale yet, so we'll do it tomorrow. Give everybody a chance to catch up. Marie Antoinette. I'd never seen this movie because I heard it sucked. I remember I was just graduated from college, and people went, "Hey, did you see that Kirsten Dunst movie? It sucks." And I went, "What? But didn't we love Lost in Translation? Don't we like Sofia Coppola?" "No, she sucks too." And I went, "What? All right, I guess I won't watch it." And then I remember seeing a few reviews that went, "This movie's stupid. What is this asshole trying to do?" And I went, "What? All right. It's weird. How can you knock one so cleanly out of the park and then your next movie is bad? How could it be bad?" So I watched it, and it's not bad. This is a character movie about Marie Antoinette, some sort of queen or whatever of France. And she's married. It just basically, it follows, oh good, Mary loves this movie. It follows her life from being a 15-year-old in, oh God, see, this is the problem, Austria, and slowly going her transition into this decadent queen, being pulled from her home and forced into this situation. And what it does is it feels like this historic figure might actually have been a human being. And I think that that's kind of one of the most important things you can do with a period piece or with a historical piece like this, is not necessarily the historical accuracy, which, depending on the type of movie you're making, can be very important. But in this one, where it's just a character film, and it's just trying to give you a sense that all historical people are humans. You know, there's kind of a bigger concept going on here. But just by showing kind of the day-to-day and the more basic aspects of a person instead of the like iconic moments of their life. And I think that Spielberg did this really well with Lincoln, you know, making him feel like a human and not just all these kind of stories that we hear that aren't true, like Let Them Eat Cake, which maybe or maybe not did not happen. I'm about to do something that may end the stream. Hang on a second. I just had to unplug the regular TV because sometimes that slows it down. I didn't know if that would crash everything. So yeah, I don't have tons and tons to say about the actual mechanics of the movie. I think it's well edited. It's a little bit long, but it's not plot driven, and so I think a lot of audience members after like a half hour or an hour would go, "Okay." You know, all right, let's get on with it. Isn't there a revolution happening? Why aren't we seeing that? We're just hearing it. And that's when you realize, and I do feel about halfway through, I went, okay, let's kick it up a notch here. And then I realized, no. That the whole point is to make this like an internal epic, you know, like it's epic. It's about these huge moments in history in Versailles, maybe the biggest house ever, you know, the biggest location in the history of film is Versailles, possibly, you know, that actually exists. I wonder if that's true. That is like one of the, I've never been there. I wish it were a little bit later in the day. We could call my brother. I'm pretty sure he's been to Versailles. Well, let me text him and maybe he'll get back to me on, maybe he's up. I don't know. You know what's going to be funny? Me trying to spell Versailles. Have you been to Versailles? Oh, yeah, I got close. Yeah, it's Versailles. So yeah, Kirsten Dunst, like, I mean, she should have at least been nominated for this. She carries this whole period piece on her shoulders. I mean, she's in every shot of the movie, and she goes from being an innocent child to like kind of a wild, immature teen kind of thing to like a woman making mature decisions. And None of it happens in the traditional storytelling way. So I have to give this movie a lot of credit. The two things that people come down on heavily is the historical inaccuracies, which I understand that. Like, this is a movie that would probably upset my dad a bit. He likes when the biopic, is as authentic as it can possibly be. And in this situation, I think it's more important to capture the emotions than the actual events. This isn't a movie about that. There are plenty of movies about the French Revolution that you can check out. This is about Marie Antoinette. So I think it's fine if you flub some stuff or maybe that exact thing didn't happen, but it gives you an idea of what it was like at that time. The second big flaw that people criticize it for is the anachronistic music. And I find that to be utter bullshit. I mean, I think that that's one of the best parts of this movie, in keeping it fresh and interesting, is all the British New Wave kind of, all the, I don't even know, Gang of Four, I think, opens the movie. And, having all this punk music is great because it's going on in the background, and in the background there's this revolution happening. And she's still a child. She has these kind of transgressive thoughts and revolution is in her mind in terms of her as a person feeling trapped in this beautiful cage kind of thing, and that's what punk's about, anti-authority and stuff. But she is the authority. I think it makes perfect sense. It's so smart. I think it's probably one of the best parts of the movie, next to her performance, is having all this contemporary music. And I find it really annoying that Tarantino can do that and nobody bats an eye. And then Sofia Coppola does it, and people are like, no, that's a period piece. You can't have Simon Le Bon. It's like, no, I think that is the goal of the movie. It ties perfectly into the thesis of the movie, which is Marie Antoinette is not so different from me and you. And most historical figures are not that different from me and you. And if we had been in that situation, who's to know that we wouldn't have been drinking champagne all night and doing coke and eating cakes and sleeping with everybody? Who knows? You probably would be doing that if you were given the opportunity. Not me. I like to be in my room alone. But, the average person. So I don't know. I think that if you were like me and listened to the stupid critics and kind of not avoided this movie, but just never really been interested in seeing it, I would check it out. It's on HBO Max or whatever. So I really liked it, and it makes me want to see. There's one other Coppola movie I haven't seen. I have not seen The Bling Ring, and I guess I should probably see that, because I kind of gave up on her after hearing that this wasn't good, which is never listen to anybody coming from an internet movie critic. But just don't listen. You can watch me, but then watch the movie and make your own decision. You know what I mean? Anyway, I think it's pretty damn good. Have you seen it, LJ? I do think I do. The period piece biopic has been done so much. For everything from The Leopard, like Luciano Visconti, massive period pieces, or even War and Peace, or just these big. Or even, there's some comparisons in this to Gone with the Wind. But this is just, it's so much more internal and small, and you feel for the character. Now, the one major flaw that I have with it is that I feel that I start not liking her character as much right near the end, because I feel so much sympathy for the people of France, because she has been decadent and overspending and kind of nutty. Now, it's not necessarily her fault. Especially in the eyes of the movie, it has to do with, them being young rulers and kind of being manipulated a bit into supporting the American Revolution, ironically, while their own revolution is happening. It's interesting, but I do go, can't you just make some sort of edict to give all your money to the people? But I know obviously that didn't happen, but that's the one thing that makes you, as a moviegoer, you go, what about all the people? I kind of feel bad for them. The cake is a lie, Timmy. I did an Australian movie for you yesterday. Well, it wasn't for you necessarily. Although I do seem to have several Australian followers, but I saw The Dry. Did you see that, Timothy? I heard it was a big old popular film down there in the outback. Eric Bana being your Eric Bana's like your Tom Hanks, kind of, right? I mean, I don't mean that as a joke. He's kind of like started in comedy, right? And then kind of did more dramatic stuff. I thought he was very good in it. And I thought Kirsten Dunst was amazing in this. And then let's also talk about all the other people in it. There's Aha, right? Aha. There's Alan Partridge shows up, and he's good. This might have been one of his first, like, absolutely straight roles, like a dramatic role. He has no jokes, and he's very good. He's even got a great moment when Kirsten Dunst finds out that her mother is passed. I mean, when Marie Antoinette finds out her mother's passed, he's got, like, a great little silent moment. Tom Hardy shows up for a millisecond. Jamie Dornan of 50 Shades of Grey showed up. And what else? Jason Schwartzman is amazing in it. He's really the comic relief because he is so prudish and adorable and kind of meek. And he made me laugh in almost every scene because he's just like, I don't know, he like kind of half the movie is about, are you gonna have sex with the queen and get her pregnant? That's like the main plot point in the first half of the movie or so. And it's just great how he's kind of like reserved and stuff. Rose Byrne, the most beautiful actress to ever live, she shows up. She's Australian, isn't she? Who else? I think that's most of them. It's really good. That's most of the ones I can think of. Judy Davis shows up. It's got a lot of great actors. Roman Coppola worked on the second unit, so it's really a family affair here. Executively produced and released by American Zoetrope, which is Francis Ford Coppola. So it's a real empire of things happening here. And ultimately, this movie might be about fame and dealing with fame and maybe even the response to Lost in Translation to a certain degree. And maybe it's even about feeling like she has been born into film royalty and she sees herself as this Marie Antoinette character who's had everything given to her and everybody hates her because of it, Kind of interesting. Might be the true. Was Marianne Faithfull in it? Yeah, I think she was. Yeah, she is. She is. And Molly Shannon is in it. Everybody, even Molly Shannon. Yeah, Marianne Faithfull. Who did she play? Oh, man. Oh, and Rip Torn is in it. Rip Torn's amazing. Also, nobody bothers with accents, which is also a thing that I think is totally fine. I have no problem with that. It's like either you're doing a period piece where it's like you do, like everybody's speaking Sanskrit. That isn't Marianne Faithfull? Oh, never mind. I thought I saw her name in the credits. You either do it like in absolute 100% contemporary, like a crazy Mel Gibson decision, like they're all going to speak Aztec or whatever, or Mayan or whatever he did Mayan and he did in that movie. And, or you just go, do whatever you want, Oh, I'm from Brooklyn and I'm also the Queen of France, Anyway, I do recommend it. And it's a valuable lesson in not listening to what the general public says about a movie. I think sometimes they can be right, but other times it's a movie that's like experimental or different. So people go, I don't know how to feel about that because I haven't been told yet. It's different. And then they go, oh, I don't like it. Which is, that's not great. I did The Crucible without an accent. And it was easier to act. Oh, I didn't know you were an actor, Tim. That's awesome. Yeah, if it's Klingon, man, do it in Klingon. So, did you do it? So you just did The Crucible with your Australian accent? Who were you playing? Were you playing Goody Elder or whatever? Kathleen Turner is also not in. Kathleen Turner is also not in this movie, or I didn't see her. Who did you play? No. Marianne Faithfull is an actress. She is in it. No, Marie Antoinette is not faithful. That's a funny mistake to have happen. That's like a pun. I still want to know who Timmy played in The Crucible. Was he? That's a great play. That's crazy good. The movie, I don't know. I don't remember the movie. Winona Ryder, Daniel Day, right? I remember it being overwrought, if I remember correctly, but maybe I should watch it again. But I'm not gonna, because I have to watch, what's it called? I gotta watch Mare. John, that's what, John Proctor. So were you like, mate, you a witch, mate? Oh, cool. We got a new person. Hello. What's up? Vikanart. I said the same thing twice. What's up, bro? I want to see that. Hot Mary Jane. Sweet. I want to see an Australian version of everything. Yeah, okay. That's fine. I can see a lot of people being bored by this movie. I think if I hadn't taken a break halfway through, I would have gotten really bored. But at about the hour point, I went, all right, let me do something else for a little while because I felt it slipping. So I think that if you cut like 15 minutes out of the movie, you could have paced it better. But it is untraditionally paced, but still worth a watch. I didn't love it or anything, but I think it's original and it deserves more than... I mean, it deserves a viewing is what I should be saying. But it is definitely a movie you could watch in 1.5 speed like Tim did. Were you laughing at my accent? But so many... The good thing about the dries you get to hear, Moida. No, they did it wrong. Moida. Mida. There's been a Moida. There's been a Moida. No, there's been a Muda. Muda, Mira, Muda, Moida. No, I'm saying it like a 1920s guy. I'm trying to say, there's been a Moida. There's been a Moida. That was all right. We'll get to the Beguiled. I gotta get Gotham on board on that. Yeah, my Australian accent is all over the place. Let me try and do one. Mick. No, that's New Zealand. I can do New Zealand. Yeah. yeah. I would have called him Chazzawazzles or whatever. No, I can do Peter Jackson. That's not bad. Peter Jackson. All right, I'll work on it. I don't mean it to be offensive. I was doing it in the car ride home. Yeah, dude, you can ask anything you want, Jay. Especially during music time. I have trouble answering questions while I'm doing the review. Say, I don't even know what... Boskendijk. I'll do, I am from India. That's not so bad. No, I don't know. That sounds like... It just sounds like I'm doing, like, the racial version. Yeah, dude, ask the question. It's fantastic down here in New Zealand. There's been a murder. Oh, that was it. Murder. That wasn't bad. Murder. Yeah, no, it's fine. Just don't get mad at me if I don't answer anything while I'm attempting to review a movie. But certainly during the music and after is a good time to ask your important questions if you certainly want them answered. Let me do it. I've never watched Kika by Almodovar. I've only reviewed one Almodovar movie on here, and it was Voltaire. Oh, no, and I did All About My Mother. All About My Mother? Yeah. All About Your Mother? What is that? Kika. I've never even heard of that Almodovar movie. Does it have another name, and like an English name? I am a big fan of Almodovar. Maybe the best male director of females. Is that true? That might be true. I wonder who's directed the most award-winning female performances. I think it probably horribly is Woody Allen. Okay, well, when did it come out? I'll check it out. I'll put it on the list. The list is getting long. The Camp Hitchcock. I like that. It's like John Waters and Hitchcock. No, that's not really true. But yeah, he has the precision of Hitchcock, you know. I will agree with that. And Hitchcock was good at his females were good, even though I know he gets shit for like only casting blondes and stuff. I mean, ooh, 93, so it's pretty old. All right, I will check it out, dude. Don't tell me anything about it. I'll just look for it. I like going in. I like going in cold. Alright guys, I'm gonna finish this up, and then I'm gonna finish up the 1 in 100 for today. Yeah, Greta Gerwig is pretty damn good too. Yeah. She's got to direct 2 more movies, and then we'll say that she's the best. Spanish John Waters. Alright, that's good. Watch Gangs of Wasseypur. Wasseypur. What's that? Jesus, you guys are introducing me to tons of new stuff today. I can't handle it. I can't handle it. I'll write all these down, though, after. Tomorrow's probably just going to be Mayor of Easttown, so don't get too pumped. Oh, and so I'm going to finish the 1 in 100 for today, but then I think that show might be changed or deep sixed or something, because it's way too much work for it to not be able to be shown on YouTube for me. Sorry, guys. And also, it's not kind of quality. It's like it's not funny enough. And the movie I ended up doing, like the one that I got from the role, is awesome. You know, it's too good. I'm like having fun watching it. I have nothing to make fun of it about. So I might just like release the half of it that I made fun of, and then you can just watch the rest of the movie because it's fun. It's like totally, I mean, it's stupid. It's a bad movie, but it's like, for a bad movie, it's great. So I don't know what to do. So I think I've learned my lesson about how incredibly genius Mystery Science Theater 3000 is and how much work goes into that. So, yeah, I've been getting good feedback on Primeval and on the other one. More so on the other one, actually, even though that one you have to download it to watch it. But it's not, I mean, it's crazy time consuming, and I would rather put that time into a documentary or something that I'd be prouder of, because all I'm really doing, it's also really negative. I'm just making fun of a movie that people made. They weren't even trying. You know, they were just making fun movies that to sell boobs and violence, you know? So it's just like all of it, I don't know. I could do it much easier if I had a partner or like a gimmick to do it with. All right, now you're just making up titles. Where are you from, Vikanart? I can't tell if you're joking and just making up movies. He wants me to watch Rinkiya K Papa. I'll watch these movies if they're real. Are they all from like Singapore or something? Where are these movies from? yes, questioning English, J English. All right, cool, guys. Watch Hablo Blow Blow extrudes the final zebra. Guys, watch Jimmy Jams and Aunt Franny's front porch, all right? And then watch Salvador Dali's massive slideshow extravaganza, Bebop Diddly Doo Dop. It's my third favorite movie, starring Grover and Gumby. Sarawana Sham. Are these real movies? I'm looking them up. Or he's saying some horrible things that I don't understand that involve QAnon or something. All right, guys. I will talk to you later. Maybe I'll do some music later or something. Probably not. I don't know. I have to go to the bathroom and eat some food.